Let's now take a look at some of the tools frequently used in solid modeling. Right here, right beside the Home tab, we have a Solid tab, and inside that we have a section regarding these solid sections, also the Boolean sections, and the solid editing sections. Inside these solid sections, we have the Extrude, Press, Pull, Revolve, Sweep, and if you click this down button, we have a Loft command. So we'll discuss this one by one. So for the Extrude command, it says here it creates a 3D solid or surface by extruding a 2D or 3D curve. So from a 2D plane or curves, of course, if that 2D curve is closed, then we can consider it a plane. And if extrude that, it will make it a 3D solid. But it also says here that it can also create a 3D surface. Okay, so what it means by that is, let's say here's our XY plane, and in 3D view, here's our X, here's our Y, and here's our Z. So from a 2D plane, let's say here's our 2D plane, and let's say it is totally enclosed, so that makes it a plane. The curve refers to these lines right here, so if that is enclosed, then that's going to be a plane. So in 3D view, it will look something like this. So what it does is, if we click Extrude command, it will give you a length along the Z direction. Take note of that, always a length along the Z direction. So what will happen is, it will create a solid from that 2D plane. Okay, so that's the effect of this Extrude command. Now another effect is it can create a 3D surface. Now, it will become a surface if our curves, 2D curve is, let's say it's not totally closed. It will look something like this. So if that's the case, in 3D, it will look something like this. And if we extrude this curve, then it will have a length along the Z direction still, but it's gonna be a surface. It's not a solid. Okay, so that's gonna be the surface. Okay, so just make sure, if we, let's say if our intention is to make it a solid, then just make sure that all the lines right here should be close together, and not just close together, but rather make it as, okay, so make it as one single polyline. Okay, so let's try this in our workspace. So here's our workspace, and let's create some 2D drawings, maybe coming from the exercise number 1. So let's extrude this and also this one. Okay, so I just want to copy these objects and then transfer that to our 3D space. Okay, so to do that, then maybe I'll turn the dimensions layer off. So turn this off, and also the center lines, I'm going to turn that off. Okay, and then I'll copy this. So Control C for copy, typical Control C, and also this, maybe press Shift, or just select this and then press Enter. So after that, I'm going to paste it right here in our space. So since our view right here is, we have it is along the XY, so we can only paste this. I mean, if we paste it into our next file, it will be pasted along the XY. Okay, so Control V for paste, and there we go. So that's our objects, 2D objects, 2D curves. So when I say it must be closed, then it must be one solid, one block or one object as a whole. So if I click this, it must be totally enclosed. All the intersections, I mean the edges, it must be totally closed, and it must be joined together as one. Okay, so because right here, if they are not joined together as one, then the effect is different. So let's do this solid and then extrude command. So it says here, if you click extrude, select objects to extrude. So if I select this, then press enter. So you just have to specify the height. Specify the height, and you can also have subsections here or selections. You can also do the directions, the path, the tapered angle, and the expression. So for now, let's just specify the height. So the height is, let's say we'll specify 30. So that's gonna be our solid object. Now this one, since they are not totally closed and not joined together as one, then if you extrude this, you will see the difference. So I'll select that, press enter, specify the height. So you see right here, it's a surface, it's not a solid. You see the difference. And also that surface, they are individual surfaces instead of having one surface, because they are not joined together. So that's the reason why we really need to if our intention is to create a solid, then we have to make sure that the edges right here, they are close together and joined together as one. So to do that, then let's go here, modify, edit polyline. Okay, edit polyline, click here. So that's the same tool that we used in our 2D exercises. So edit polyline, then select polyline, and then join. So let's join all the lines we want to become one. Press enter and then press enter. So now if you check this, it's one solid already. Okay, so extrude, so shortcut for extrude is EXT. So that's the shortcut. So extrude, select the object, press enter, then specify the height. Okay, so for this, it's the same thing, right? Now what will happen if let's say we want to create, or maybe this one. So let's extrude this. So extrude, and then select objects, enter. What if we'll try using this? So taper angle. So taper angle just says specify angle for taper. So let's say 30. So 30, if we specify the angle as 30, then you will see that it becomes a cone. So depending upon our height that we want to specify, so you can do that as well. Okay, so that's it. Then another one, of course, this the effect is, or the result will just be the same thing. So you just have to join this again. Okay, join, or type p-edit, then select the lines and then join. Also this, maybe join, and also this. And then extrude, so EXT, shortcut is EXT for extrude. Select this, select the object. You can select everything simultaneously, and then we can have the height, maybe let's say maybe 50. Right, so that's our extrude commands. Okay, so right now I'm pressing shift and the scroll button, so you can just change the views. Okay, and back to our wireframe. So that's isometric, and then top view. Once again, that's just it looks like a 2D, but actually it's a 3D object